Daniel the Filipino Assassino, and I have a confession to make. I love cinnamon rolls, and I ate a cinnamon roll yesterday, plain old cinnamon roll, and I know, cinnamon rolls are not exactly anabolic. They might be catabolic, but cinnamon rolls are my kryptonite, man. But you know what? At the same time, I don't care because everything in balance and moderation. So to balance things out today, I'm making and reviewing anabolic cinnamon rolls. You heard it, anabolic cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls can be anabolic. This recipe is by Evelyn. This Evelyn person is making some bold claims. She's claiming that her cinnamon roll recipe is topping Greg Doucette's anabolic cinnamon roll recipe.
What?
And she's saying that she's taking over Cinnabon with this recipe, and she's gonna put them out of business. Well, actually, I don't think she said all of that, but she said one of those things. Okay, we will see how good these cinnamon rolls are. Like I said, I had a cinnamon roll, a plain one, regular one, the other day, random donut shop. Yeah, it was deep fried. It was pretty good, but I have a baseline measurement of what a cinnamon roll should be like. So I'm gonna judge it off that and judge it if her cinnamon roll recipe can satisfy that same craving. Do I really need to go to that donut shop and get that cinnamon roll, or can I make it in the kitchen real quick myself? And this is a pretty quick recipe. It's very simple. It's only 5 ingredients. We're gonna be using this to make it. You know, this. If you're not watching the video, which stop listening and look at the screen, this is what we're working with here. Just 5 ingredients. 5 ingredients. So, very simple to make, very easy recipe. So let's get to it. Come on, let's go to the kitchen. I'm actually a hungry bitch right now, so I'm glad that this recipe is gonna be pretty quick, at least knowing me, it might not be, but. So it's just 4 simple steps. You make the filling, then you make the icing, and then you whip up the batter, and then you cook the batter, and then you got your cinnamon roll like that. We're gonna start with making the cinnamon filling. Got my lovely sweetener. So just in that little bowl. Now we're gonna we got some hot water, and we're gonna put a teeny bit at a time. We're gonna put 1 drop because that's all we have. Oh my God. Oh. So you just add as you go. You don't want to make it too watery, like she says. All right. Now we're going to make the cream or the icing, whatever you want to call it. A shout out to Nick from Exercise for Cheat Meals for the protein. Big old bucket of protein for a decent price. Didn't she say, I think we need to add some water to it first. Do we? Okay, so I was right. So we want to add a little bit of water, and we want to get it to a, as she says, kind of very thick consistency.
So after the protein is mixed in with the water, it should be kind of very thick. Wow.
So this is what it looks like. Kind of like almost like a dough type of consistency going on there. We add in the Greek yogurt. And I believe she said add in some more sugar. We're using fat-free Greek yogurt, so we're definitely gonna need some more sweetness to combat that sourness that, you know, fat-free Greek yogurt got. And in my opinion, guys, the brand makes a difference because some of the cheaper ones might taste like ass water. Okay, so shop at your own discretion. Boy, that's tasting good. Nice and sweet. I put like 3 teaspoons. Maybe I'll add another teaspoon. You honestly just want to do this to taste, really. I mean, it's icing. You want it sweet, you know? As sweet as you like. As sweet, you know, as your nostalgic memory can remember. Mix it up nice and good. Yep. Okay. Now, by the way, guys, this is my first recipe review, and I wasn't sure if I was going with either this or the Iron Musket's peach cobbler recipe that looked freaking amazing. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm a fiend for cinnamon rolls. So we had to go with this. Right now I got like 22 subscribers, guys. This would be like my 3rd video. 22 subscribers. If we could just get 1 subscriber, just 1, 23 is my goal because that's my favorite number. And if you just get 1 subscriber, 1 more subscriber, and just one of you just subscribe. One of you, like collectively all come together and be like, okay, who's gonna be the 1 person to subscribe to Daniel the Filipino Assassino? All right, let's cook this bitch up. Now, you need a little grill. So here's my grill thing. I use this to make my French toast. We're gonna preheat that, which we should have done already. The batter here, this is what my consistency. Oh my God. And then the icing. So that's a pretty solid consistency. I believe she does the cinnamon first, because even if it gets a bit watery, it's going to sort of harden up as it sits there. So I think that's the method to the madness. Now how you like them angles? So guys, I realized my phone was 1% and it was recording and it did not die. You guys ever experienced that? You have your phone at 1% and it lasts 5 hours, but if sometimes it's 15% and it just dies instantly? Yeah, that's happened to me, and if that's relatable, let me know. Anyways, so with the batter, Ashley had a bowl. She used the bowl with some type of weird edges around there, so it's easier because we want to get this nice and thin and long. Anyways, we got regular bowls around here. We don't got those advanced technological bowls that she got over there, wherever she's from. Thin and long, thin and long, thin and long. All right. All right. I don't know how thin exactly here. Oh, it's getting thickened up. We gotta really use some skill here with this one. I don't got those advanced bowls. In her video, it looked about 1 inch, 1.5 inch. Oh, whoopsie dee darn do there. That's not long at all. These aren't the best looking, but it's not about looks. It's about the taste. Oh my gosh. So I'm not sure how you can make this if you don't have a little grill thing. Maybe you can maybe you have an oven, you have a nice long oven pan. Maybe you can spread it out on there and then put it into a preheated oven and do it like that. I'm not sure. I never made cinnamon rolls before. It's not so hot that we can still channel our inner Mexican mom and flip this just like that. Very careful here when you're putting your hands near a hot surface. It's not the smartest thing, and I would not advise it. But if you're feeling froggy, feeling brave, hey man, unlock your inner Mexican mom. Yes. A great kitchen tip for you guys: if you can make the preparation fast as possible, as short as possible, then you're decreasing your cooking time by way much. So have your ingredients prepared, have your pans and your ovens preheated already. Especially an oven, man. If you don't preheat an oven, oh, it takes so dang long. Much longer than it should be. Longer than last time. I'm digging the thickness on this one. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Oh! Ooh. Okay. Alright. So these are not the prettiest, but I think that's just my error. Alright, let's give these a taste.
One taste later.
Alright, so after a little taste, I have to say that it's pretty good. Pretty good cinnamon roll recipe. Is it as good as a cinnamon roll? No. Like, I think maybe I'll give it like a 7 out on 10, you know, in terms of comparing it to an actual cinnamon roll. But this is anabolic, remember. So this actually is supposed to be lower calorie dense. So I don't know how much a regular cinnamon roll is actually. Maybe it's like regular cinnamon roll is like 350 to 450 calories, depending on how big the thing is. We got a good size. We got two. We had one large-ish cinnamon roll. These are a lot smaller than they look in the video, so that was a little disappointing there. But I do feel pretty full from that. Like I was hungry. My blood sugar was feeling low, and I ate that, and I'm pretty satisfied. Not quite full, but I'm pretty close to full. Like I'm actually pretty satisfied from that, even though it wasn't like super big in volume. This clocks in at 39 grams of protein, which is really solid. So 389 calories. I think she put 392, but when I calculated it, it was 389. I use my sweetener is like 9 grams per teaspoon. So for me, it was more like 432. So like an extra 40-ish calories, which is not a big deal. About 40 grams of protein in about 400 calories. That's solid. That's pretty anabolic. Now thinking about it, for the taste was quite good for having that much amount of protein. I gotta say, it was a really good idea to use the fat-free Greek yogurt in combination with the whey protein. It made a nice icing consistency. It wasn't too sweet. I definitely think you need to add some sweetener in there to make it comparable to a real cinnamon bun. But man, it was a really good combination. Good way to get some more protein in. Like I said, choose your Greek yogurt brand wisely. Because I think the cheaper ones kind of taste like I said, it tastes like butt juice. So, you know, like I said, I made Momo. Like I said, I made like 2 dinky little cinnamon rolls because I suck at making cinnamon rolls. You could try making a big ass cinnamon roll. That would be cool if you could like do that. But yeah, that was pretty darn tootin' for about 400 calories, and you have a decent amount of fullness. I say that's a pretty solid recipe right there. I would definitely choose that over buying a cinnamon roll, you know, because it's anabolic. 40 grams of protein for that, not bad. And speaking of protein, about half the protein is the icing, and there was quite quite a bit of icing, more than you really needed. But she did say to use the extra icing as dipping, so that's a good idea. So you can even lick the plate if you wanted to, like if you're weird like that, like not judging here, not judging at all. Also, the actual roll wasn't as crispy, as fluffy as I wanted, but I think that was more my error, and also the limitations of the Kodiak cakes. And speaking of the Kodiak cakes, here's a quick tip for you guys. So the serving size for the Kodiak cakes is 53 grams, but her recipe is 80 grams. So if you wanted to know the calories of something, divide the amount of calories and divide that by the amount of grams for the serving size. And then you punch that in the calculator, and then whatever the result is, you multiply that by the amount that you're going to use in the recipe. So in this case, it was 190 calories for 53 grams. For 80 grams, it equaled 286.79, which rounds up to 287 calories for the Kodiak cakes. So that's something for you guys to take with you when you're cooking in the anabolic kitchen. But yeah, honestly, pretty good recipe. Is she gonna take over Cinnabon with the recipe? I'm not quite sure, but still really good and great way to get your protein. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out her recipe. I put it in the description. I'll link it. And yeah, get me to 23 subscribers, guys. I think we can do it. It's a bit of a tall order, but I think we can do it. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and until next time.